I don't think you necessarily realise that you are fighting for a dream as hard as what you actually are, but this is what you're supposed to be doing at the moment. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot, or welcome back to Sunchild Tarot, whichever. So if you're new here, hello, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So this is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whichever area of your chart you're wanting to have a look at. And if you don't know what the areas of your chart are, there is a link in the description so that you can go get yourself your own birth chart. You just need your time and place of birth, preferably to the minute. So as I say, this is a general reading, so general reading rules apply. Timing is not absolute, roles can be reversed, gender's not specific, it's normally talking about energies rather than people. So masculine and feminine energies, I've already said that. So where my readings are different are, I do not say take what resonates, leave the rest. There is a past and a present in my spread. If the past and the present don't fit, it's not for you. If it does fit, it comes as a job lot, listen to the lot. And again, don't use me to make decisions for you, listen to it, take it on board, see what you think. The other thing is, I would like you to ask a question before the reading starts. So, pause the video if you have to, just take a moment to think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment. Focus on one of them, because basically the focus adds energy, energy in, energy out. But be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer whatever they want and not necessarily what you and I think. Any other notes about the reading are in the description below. Also down there is a link to the Facebook group. So join the Facebook group if you want more effective notifications for when my videos are released, because I will share them on there. Also, if it means anything to you, please do comment down below, and like every YouTuber, hey, give us a subscribe. But let's see the proof in the pudding, and I'll bring the cards up so you can see the reading first. Now, I tend to do these sort of readings in zodiac order, and sometimes I've noticed this, especially on like my new moon readings or waning moon or what have you, that a story can be progressing through the zodiac. Now I've just done the Gemini reading, so they're all about new beginnings at the minute. You're already well into your new beginning. We have the death cards starting off the entire present area of the spread. And how you are feeling, the Ace of Coins. With the Devil card as well. That's interesting. So we've got the Ace of Coins, Queen of Vessels, so i.e. Queen of Cups, and the Devil card. So, whole new beginning going on. One where you are fighting for a dream, it seems, very much. So we've got the Queen of Cups here and the Knight here. I don't think you necessarily realise that you are fighting for a dream as hard as what you actually are, but this is what you're supposed to be doing at the moment. And you don't feel that abundant in it either. So it's almost like, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing this. Am I doing it for the right reasons? Yes, you are, believe it or not. Yes, you are doing it for the right reasons, even though you feel like you're not getting that much out of it. You are, we have the Two of Cups and the Five of Pentacles here. And especially from the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you feel that you are not getting a huge amount of support, but you'll be surprised. You are bringing unities together. I think my camera is a little bit unfocused there, but you are bringing unities together. You are, this may be a love thing, but it on first glance, it doesn't look like it, even though we all know Two of Cups is the happy soulmate card. Now, also what you're fearing, you're fearing that this new beginning is just listening to your lower nature and not necessarily the best of ideas. We have two Devil cards here. We've got the Devil, obviously, and we've got the Guardian from the Wildwood Tarot, who is also the Devil, but it's also very much about where you're limiting yourself and where you see your thresholds are and what boundaries you will and will not cross. So, oh, that's a few too many, but let's see what we've got. Okay, that is a lot of cards. So, would it be safe to say that where you're pushing forward at the moment, your emotions are all over the place, and you're hoping that you will get some form of transformation out of this process, but you are wondering what it is that you're actually going to turn into. But the thing is that you are setting things right, or things are being set right, whatever that might mean. So that might be a little double-edged, but your plans are worth it. Everything that you are doing at the moment is worth it. You are working really, really hard, but you are forging ahead with a dream, whether you realise it or not. And I've got half sensation that you don't realise that at the moment because you're tired. We have the death card here where the big change came, whatever this change was recently, you know, house, job, way of looking at life, emotions, whatever. And through that change, you ended up taking on quite a burden. One where recently you've been thinking, oh, can I really go on with this any longer? Because you've come to terms with the change that happened, because with every death there is some grief. But you have felt quite alone in what it is that you're doing. We've got the time that you're passing out of is the Nine of Spears, the wounded warrior, the nearly there, I can make it, you know, like that last mile of a marathon where you just, everything hurts. Simple as that, everything hurts, and you just keep going, and you are just keeping going at the moment. And it seems like there's a lot of, now there's either conflict around you or you are in conflict about whether you are really doing the right thing right now, and you're making plans to stake your claim somehow. Maybe this is where this dream is going to suddenly unfold. But yeah, you think you're in a new beginning, you're not quite. We have the Fool card here, which really is the new beginning. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So I know that you're feeling pulled pillar to post at the moment, but you've got to wait for the right moment with this Temperance card on the bottom of the other deck. All of your efforts are going to have a harvest. You're not seeing it initially, but you are out of everything that's happening right now. This new beginning that you are feeling that you just had, that's only the start. That's the getting stuff out of the way for the new stuff to come in. But you are being called to defend. So maybe this where was that Five of Wands that I saw? Good question. I did just see the Five of Wands. But there was there we are. There's this conflict that inner and outer, I feel, because I feel like you are being called to defend your new progress. You're being called to defend it when you're not even really sure that this is what you're wanting to be doing, and you're sure that this is where you need to be going. But I actually feel good about where you're going to end up. So whether you're quite there yet or not is another matter. But like I say, you've been laying plans for the fact that things have disappeared from you. The Fool here, the Wanderer, as it's called in the Wildwood Tarot, is showing that that new beginning is actually starting now. So I feel that defending this dream is part of that new beginning. It's going to bring you clarity. It's going to bring you a lot of healing, defending this. It's something that you have the strength to deal with. It's almost like you have the strength to deal with the emotions that are coming up, because I feel that maybe you've already been having all of these emotions, so you've got the doubt, but you're having emotions being thrown at you or welling up from your unconscious, from your sleep, from your family, from the people around you. You know, it's welling up like water welling up from a well, like some serious sea beastie crawling up out of the local well, river, beach, whatever. But we have clarity coming, and clarity coming very, very soon. And yes, because where you were having the strength to defend and called upon to defend this new direction of yours, all of a sudden it's like people suddenly go, okay, I get it. And then there's that support around you increases as you are going, I am in charge of what I am doing here. However, I feel like there is still a bit of something that feels a little unobtainable for you. This is the Tower card, but I'm not getting the normal Tower meaning from it at all. It is just like this dog staring up at the... it'll be the Tower where the three-eyed boy, the three-eyed raven, used to spend his days in, weren't it? But because Game of Thrones tarot. But it's almost like there's something unobtainable that you can't quite get to. You're wanting to get up there, but we've got two new beginnings. I think there's an element of this one aspect of your goal. You actually go, stuff it. I'm not getting it. And really, do I need it? Because I have the material resources and I have the drive to go forward with what I was going to do anyway without this thing. And whatever this one thing is, I feel that were you to get that one thing, it would upset too much. It would upset too many other people. It will cause that tower to come crashing down. And I don't feel you necessarily want or need that at the minute. You've had enough change going on. Changes in the commitments that are around you. Changes in the plans that you've had to make because of what was occurring. This burden was all about due to the fact that you were being rather bored on how you were being recognised, which puts context on the two oracle cards that popped out during the shuffle. So I normally deal with them first, I know, but I wanted to get straight on into the tarot here. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Now, I think, Cancer, that you got that on one of your other recent readings. Well, recent, I know I had a couple of weeks off, but whether it's one of your Martian readings or whether it was your full moon, waning moon, waxing moon, whatever, that's not the first time that one's appeared. And I think whatever this thing is, you've declared your own kingdom. You've declared your own, I am in charge here and I know what I'm doing. But there's this one thing that you've decided that you want to push forward with this idea, this new direction, and you ain't going to get it. And you don't need it neither. So a little bit of balance is called for. We've got the yin yang card, which is showing, yeah, you've got all this wonderful pushing forward energy, but use it wisely, use it at the right time with this temperance card here. Your intuition is going to show you where you need to go to get the recognition that you're requiring, the forward motion in the physical world that you are requiring, but I think it would be a good idea for you to obey the rules while you are doing it. And even if they're rules that you don't necessarily agree with, but whatever it is that's at the top of the tower, let it stay there for the time being, because you can, and here we're going to a potential future, you can make the decision to not worry about it, to move on anyway. But I feel that there is a danger in scheming and manipulating too much to get that thing, whatever that thing is. That tower is standing there. I don't know if there's another tower hidden anywhere else, but I hope not. Because we've got the King of Wands here, but it's Ned Stark. He lost his head. So yes, if you drive forward too much, you can come to a tumble. You know, if you are scheming too much to get whatever it is that's out in there, the fact is, where your pride could get in the way, you believe that you need this thing, whatever it is, and you don't. And your pride is convincing you that you do need this thing because it's yours by right or whatever the story is. But that means your pride is hiding the fact from you that you actually don't need it and are quite capable of moving forward without it. Listen to the... here's a better one. So these are obviously two. Sometimes they're the same one, sometimes they're two potential futures. If you let your intuition, and there was a priestess around here somewhere, but if you let your intuition lead you, there is a form of wish fulfillment where you may find out that by not pushing for this thing, whatever it is, you may receive it, or you may get something that is of equal value, worth, use, what have you, that enables you to push forward with what you was wanting to do anyway and let the world open up for you. But you need to be careful about, if there is something that is denied you, fine, it's okay. You really, really, really don't need it. So other people are seeing that you're having a form of wish fulfillment anyway. So I think they're quite right, because what you were wanting, and it's what you've been working for recently, is coming to pass slowly but surely. But I mean, it's challenging astrology this year, and yes, you are having plenty of challenges. There's no doubt about this. But there is some form of wish fulfillment in terms of knowledge. There's something that you're wanting to know that you are going to get to know. But they are seeing you very much as a bit of a lone wolf who is really doing quite well and practical. King of Stones is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is supposed to be all that, you know, the looks, the money, the bank account, the car, the house, whatever. If you was talking in a love reading, in a more practical reading, there's someone who is exactly that, practical. They are seeing that you really are taking charge of things yourself, but you are going to be, yes, look at this. Queen of Spears, Queen of Wands, the Green Woman, i.e. the Empress, so, and Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, slow progress, but you ain't going to be stopped. You know, with or without this thing, with or without a replacement for this thing, you ain't going to be stopped, but you're going to have a bountiful effort from your harvest. So whatever it is that you are plugging on at right now and fighting yourself about, am I doing this for the right reasons? Should I be doing this? My advice from what I'm seeing in the cards here is, yeah, you should be doing this. And some of the reasons why it's a good idea are only going to come apparent in time, but there is a reason that you are being led towards this. You will be manifesting what you are aiming for, but push, but not too hard. Know when to push and when not to push. Know when. Don't stop because you need a rest. Stop because pushing forward at that moment will cause more harm than good. And that's something that I think you need to get with this yin-yang card. Be aware when pushing forward will cause more harm than good, because there's people disagreeing with you in the present that will soon come to agree with you. But if you push forward too fast, you can soon end up alienating them. You can end up tearing their emotions apart, as shown with this Strength card pulling the fish apart. So that's the Angel of Faith. I have faith that goodness and joy are mine now and forever. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your reasons. You're not doing this out of your lower nature. You're not being insert any particular word that I shouldn't really say on YouTube. Yes, because I don't say those words on YouTube. Get me on private off camera, that's another matter. But have faith. Growth is coming. There is Tiferet, heart and beauty. So this is the Sephiroth, Tiferet. And you are being led this way to uncover the beauty in your heart. We have true love, which might link with that Two of Cups. So maybe, yeah, maybe you've got a love relationship going on. But if you have, it's hard work at the minute. But don't worry, it's going to get better. But there's something that, no, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to find it out. There is information coming to you. And other information that comes to you might make you go, huh, well, I don't need to know that other thing then, because it doesn't matter. Hearing messages from Spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Yes, use your intuition. Now, interestingly, rock bottom. Now, you've already hit rock bottom, I think, because that's what that death card is implying. So, from here, the only way is up with effort. Let's see, you can't quite see the letters there. Effort, it says. And that's exactly what you're doing at the moment with this 8 of coins. You know, you are putting the effort in. Just keep doing it. I know that you're thinking, oh God, when is this going to end? And it's going to get harder before it gets better. But only briefly. You know, so when it suddenly gets a lot harder, there's your sign of, it's only darkest before the dawn. That's what I'll call this reading, darkest before the dawn. Mahavata Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So this is what I was saying about beware about the scheming. Sometimes you don't need to scheme. Sometimes you just need to sit back and watch. You know, when to push, when not to push. There's a lot of advantage push forward on your goals. Don't necessarily push people. Trust the niggle. What's the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Well, I think we've already covered all of that. So yeah, there's strife. We've covered that as well. But a respite is coming. This is affecting your home, so it may well be a love reading. It's certainly, there's a lot of personalities in here, a lot of strong opinions, a lot of opinions that you don't necessarily agree with, but those opinions are going to shift. But they will shift by those people seeing the effort that you put in, not by you demanding things of them. You know, it's the idea of lead by example. You know, not do what I say, not what I do. You know, lead by example instead. With each intake of breath, I draw in positivity. Oh, isn't that sweet? But I think that's a good thing to remember. And it's good exercise to hold to, because what you've been going through and what you're still going through here is hard work, but it is for the right reasons. So keep drawing in that positivity. You are going to be building your self-esteem from this, and very much you are coming into your duty. You are coming into your loyalty to yourself here. And I do get the impression, there was something else over here that's made me think this, that you are keeping promises by whatever it is. Because before I do any more, I didn't do the relevant distant past. So you had a dream before, which you tried to bring into being, but it almost seemed like, I could take these the other way. You had a dream before that you tried to bring into being through your own power and through your own scheming, but it locked you in anxiety. Or you were locked in anxiety, but you decided to claim your own power and follow a dream forward. This led you to a fairly good place, but it changed a lot about you. It changed you into a completely new person. Remember, you have done this change before. That's the lesson. You've changed completely as a person before, and you can do it again. And that's what you're in the process of. So no wonder you don't know whether you can trust whether you're doing things for the right reasons and who you're becoming at the moment, but you're on the right path because you're in that transition. And remember what it was like last time you transitioned. There's me talking about transitioning. Serenus with shapeshifting. Yes, you're in a changing time. Dragonfly emergence. I hadn't even looked at these ones. Trust your instincts. You are coming into your power. You are coming into your vision. Wait a second, Tishwas. But you have watched Tower of the North. How ironic with the Game of Thrones. There is change coming. The positivity is coming. This is the card of winter. After winter follows spring, and spring is what's on the horizon. It's not here yet, but with a little bit of prayer, it will be. Right, so if this means anything to you, Cancer, please do comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there. Join the Facebook group if you want to receive notifications, because YouTube notifications can be a little bit hit and miss. At least it never notifies my second account of what this channel is releasing. So, yeah, it's always darkest before the dawn. Remember that. Keep your chin up, draw in that positivity. All right? Cheers.